OK, let's get going, beginning with breaking news this hour from Kazakhstan. The Syrian government and the opposition have agreed on a ceasefire in the last rebel-held province of Idlib. It's been announced during the 13th round of the so-called Astana talks. The opposition says it has already withdrawn its heavy weapons under the Sochi agreement, but the government and its allies broke the agreement 3 months ago. However, they insist they will abide by the ceasefire as long as the government doesn't violate it.
We withdrew the heavy weapons following the Sochi agreement, but the regime violated this agreement and took advantage of the withdrawal so they can launch their cunning criminal attacks. If the regime commits to this ceasefire, we will commit on our end, and there will not be any need to talk about heavy weapons in the area.
Andrew Simmons is live for us in Nur-Sultan. Andrew, we've had this statement. What do we know?
Well, what we know is this, that there is a ceasefire in place. There are still many technical questions about how it will hold, how it will sustain. On the one side, the regime and Russia are saying they're still pursuing what they call terrorists, that's HTS, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, and they intend to annihilate them. Now, the question is, how can they do that with 3 million civilians within this region? That is one immediate question. The second point is that the opposition, you heard there, a statement in which they were blaming the other side for the whole breach of the ceasefire that followed the Sochi agreement back in September 2018. When this was declared, the Idlib was declared, would you believe, a destabilization zone, a de-escalation zone, should I say. And now you have a situation whereby, yes, there is some calm, there is some respite for the civilians of Idlib, but the question mark remains, will this hold? It's a question I put to the special envoy for Russia.
Isn't it obvious that Turkey can't influence the situation and the moderate opposition, as you call it, can't influence the situation? So how can the ceasefire last?
Turkey has an obligation, according to Sochi memorandum, to do it. If they cannot do it alone, we can render them some help from us. And that's why we talked also today with the opposition about that if they are interested and if they need some help also from the Russian Federation to fight Hayat Tahrir al-Sham and other radicals in Idlib zone, then they can count on us. We can do it.